Happy Halloween, everybody. I'm the Charbox Gamer, and welcome back to Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights. If I am correct, we're very close to that level. I'm pretty sure that after we're done here...
Right?
Oh, that one level's gonna be popping up. Hello. Don't mind me. I mean, don't mind that I tried to kill you or anything.
Rummy.
I mean, you did try to attack me first and possibly kill me, so I guess that just makes us even Steven, but now that I'm here, haven't the places we've been kind of weird for a place to live in? Like, weird to have it on your property, because I assume that the areas that we're going to, whoops, I'm assuming that they belong to the dude that's supposed to live here, right? Like, isn't it kind of weird that, oh, okay, a fishing village, kind of weird to have an extension on the property. Not saying that's creepy at all, just kind of weird. But then we have its own lighthouses, and then we have a place that has a bunch of shipwrecks. And that's not even touching on the grounds for the graveyard that he has. Like, that's on his property. You think it's like... Oh, I could have made that. It's like... Do you think he got this place cheap because there's a graveyard on the property? Do you think that's why he lives here? Like, honestly, how cheap do you think that'd be for a person to stay in a place like this? Like, okay, granted, you don't have to go to the areas if you don't need to or have to, but it's just a little weird that he has a place that has a bunch of shipwrecks, graveyards. Like, you think he just avoids those places altogether? I mean, I wouldn't see any reason to go there myself. The only place I could think about going to would probably be the fishing village. And whoops, my bad. I mean, there's a chance that this place has been, you know, in his family for years. Hence its own graveyard and crypt. Like, it could be a family kind of thing. But what about this area? The shipwreck area. Like, okay, say this place does belong to his family. The shipwreck area has to be at least a hazard. Like, somebody has to come here and give them a heads up that, hey, you gotta get rid of these ships. You can't just let them staying like this because, you know, it's a hazard or something. But here they are. Then, you know what? If it's not his own family place, if it's literally a place he bought, they must have gave it to him pretty cheap. Like, pretty cheap. Like, a graveyard, a crypt, a whole area full of nothing but shipwrecks. Like, that's gotta be a big discount for the dude. Like, honestly. I mean, people have sold houses pretty cheap when there's a murder on them. You can't tell me that those shipwrecks, this area, hasn't seen its own fair share of death. And you know what? The crypt and the graveyard kind of say that, yeah, people have died here. I think with that alone, people have sold properties for far less because nobody really wants to live on a place where you died.
No.
Like, normally, I would imagine people wouldn't want to live where people have died.
Right?
I'm not one of those people that want to live where someone has died. Like, I'm afraid of ghosts, not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of the paranormal activity for the simple fact that you can't punch a ghost. You can't physically attack a ghost. But they, if they're strong enough, can hurt you. And if they can't hurt you, they'll at least mess with you. And I just don't like that noise. I honestly don't like having to deal with something that can mess with you that you can't mess with. It sounds like a headache, honestly. And God forbid if it's a poltergeist. God forbid if it's a poltergeist. Wow, I got that one easily. I wasn't expecting on actually hitting that one. Ha! So where's this other boat? It's right over there. I just gotta make it on. Don't laugh at me. Get on. Curses! Laugh it up, laugh track. Laugh it up. At least you're having a jolly out of this. So close. Yet far enough where I can mess up. Okay, now.
It's a warp day.
Alright. We got one missing. Are you kidding me? I don't want to deal with the one missing. I'll deal with that later. That's a problem for future Anthony. Present Anthony is now in the mood. You want to know why President Anthony's now in the mood? Hey, remember that level I said that I hate? Here we are! Here we are. This is a level I hate. You want to know why? That was a perfect example of why, because check it out. Yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure we have an invention that helps us walk across steep paths such as this called the plunger that's not working at this location for some reason, even though it should be working for this location. And you know what? Remember how in certain areas I said, oh, this level annoyed me? Well, guess what? Number one, we walk paths that are just as steep as that path. Example A. Now, you're probably going to argue, oh, it's probably because it's made of wood. Well, example B, we're able to walk on wood. So, with that being steep, and that being made of wood, we shouldn't have any issues. But then there's another example. Hey, maybe it's because it's raining and you can't use it on wet surfaces. Well, example C, rain on a surface. I would imagine it's just as wet as here as it is on this. So now you know that this is why plungers are number 10. The one thing that they're designed to do, and they're not doing it. I guess if you want to make an argument here, you could say, hey, it's not the invention's fault, it's just the map design's fault, which I will accept that. I will accept that, but for right now, I just want to vent because it's not working. I hate that it's not working. It's not that steep compared to example A. It's just as steep. I want a reason why it's not working. Can somebody tell me why it's not working? Anybody? I would like to hear an explanation. Even a bad explanation, I don't care. Just give me something. Give me a reason why it's not working now. Here's the thing that I came up with. Maybe the floorboards are just covered with a lot of moss. Yes, it's not green like moss, but you know, it could be that there's moss in between the cracks, making it extra slimy that we can't get a good grip of our plunger. So that's why we can't walk on it like we usually could. That's the only thing that I could, you know, come up with. Other than that, I got nothing. I got nothing. I mean, I think it's raining as badly as it was on top of the house, and the plungers work there. But here we are, struggling to get across because, you know, we can't stand for a few seconds, otherwise we slip and fall. And what's up with those leaves? You see that, right? It looks like we could glide around here. It's not picking us up. Am I just doing it in the wrong location? Like, it looks like I'm right in the middle of it and we missed them, so excuse me while I kill myself. I hate these witches, man. I hate these witches with a burning passion. I cannot tell you how many times they have killed me in the last minute. Because I've restarted on the first boat because a witch kept on hitting me. And it's... I hope this is the last one. I think it's the last one. I'm getting all the Scooby snacks. I'm not restarting this. I am done dealing with everything here. And I see that one boat over there. You know what? You know what? I want to say, hey, the bubblegum power-up is what we need. So I'm not going back there. I'm not starting this over again, Crab. Do not tempt me. Do not test my patience. My patience have been fully tested. They have a grade A. I am this close on losing it and giving it an F. So don't test me. Oh, I could probably got that without the bubblegum thing. Actually, I could probably get that with the bubble power-up. You just use it on the fish and then have a platform to jump from point A to point B. But the fact is, we're done with this location. Well, we're not done with this location. Where do I go from... Oh, I was about to say, where do I go from here? Because I didn't see where you had to go. It's like, I did not go all this way to be told I hit a dead end. No, we have a second part. We have 3 parts, I think. Is the second part just as bad as the first part? I'm not sure. Probably. I hate these crabs. I'm starting to hate crabs. I'm starting to hate the crab enemy. Many a time, if it weren't the witches, it was a crab enemy slowly walking into me that got me to, get hurt and accidentally fall to my death.
Ruby snacks.
I'm just glad to be away from that slippery slope. Just a little glad to be done with that area for the time being. Don't mind me, everybody. I'm just here to grab the Scooby snacks and get out of here. Don't know what that did, but it's probably something worth my time.
Cool.
Make
a
it.
lobster token.
Of course we weren't gonna make it. Why would we make it? We need the bubblegum one for that. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Think about it. Like it's, Redbeard's ghost. You beat him, you get the gadget for it, the invention for it. Of course we need to beat him first to get his token. Come here. I'm trying to kill you. I'm trying to get rid of you. Have you done anything to me? No. But right now I'm just not in a good mood. I think I remember this location. Oh no, Kid Me hated this area too. I think the shipwrecks were my least favorite because they're frustrating for Kid Me. And as an adult, Kid Me was on to something here. Kid Me was on to something here. I hated this as an adult. Just gotta be careful. Gotta time your jumps. I'm trying to get this one without dying because I really don't want to start again. There, beautiful. You got this. You got this. You're golden. Keep going. You got this. You're so close. You could grab that Scooby snack and you could be out of here. Again, the Scooby snack magnet idea. Gosh darn it. What's worse is that the checkpoint is at the entrance. So, you know how I said, hey, you could die and it doesn't matter? I kind of want to take partially some of that back on the grounds that, hey, it doesn't matter if you're looking around for Scooby snacks. Because, you found all the Scooby snacks, you get to the exit, you're done. But if you're trying to progress through a level, it kind of does matter. See, the checkpoint isn't there. I'm just skipping the part that we've seen already so we don't have to watch it again and again. Because it's kind of frustrating. Not gonna lie, it's kind of frustrating. Don't fall. Don't fall. You got this. I believe in you. Don't fall. I don't know why I said that. I'm pretty sure I jinxed myself. I'm gonna die for this. I will die for this. This episode was originally 26 minutes long. Again, like the last one, all of them have been attempts at one part of the video that I keep on messing up on. Which is why I'm pretty sure that this is where my anger for water levels have, manifested. It just makes sense. Why else wouldn't it? Why else wouldn't it manifest here? We're gonna die again. I know we're gonna die again. You wanna know why? I'm betting it's that spinning platform right here. I'm just betting it is. I don't want to leave until I grab everything I see because I do not want to come back here to grab everything else. I will lose it if I do. Kid Me got through all this. You know what? Kid Me wasn't a completionist. Yeah, Kid Me was not a completionist. He only got enough Scooby snacks to get to the next level. Adult Me, though. Adult Me's a completionist, so here I am, suffering, when I could just say, forget about it and move on. I probably should. You know what? I'd probably have a lot more fun if I said, forget about it, let's move on. But, yeah, no. I'm a completionist now. Sorry, Kid Anthony. The days of fun video games have long ended. We're completionists. If you don't know what that means, trust me, it's not as fun as it sounds. In fact, it's quite tedious at times. What's the worst game to try to 100%? What is the worst game that you ever tried to 100%? I think I tried 100%ing Skyrim. And I platinumed the game, but I think it goes more than just platinuming the game. So I basically did everything that I could think of. I don't even know if I did 100% of the game. Probably not. But we got to the end of this area, so yes, we're good. The headache's over with. I could go back to having fun. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Take care. Please like and subscribe, and have a happy and safe Halloween.